Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss about the phase 2 pattern for RBI grade B DEPR, and we are going to discuss about some previous year paper that will help you in your preparation for phase 2. So let's have a look into the pattern of the paper. So what was the exam pattern? We have already discussed it in the previous videos. There are 3 papers plus 1 interview. Paper 1 was objective type on economics and it has already been conducted on 6th of March. The paper 2 will be descriptive type, that will again be on economics and it will be carrying 100 marks, and the duration of 180 minutes will be given to you to complete this paper. Paper 3 will be descriptive English. You will be allotted 90 minutes to complete the paper and it also carries 100 marks. So each paper carries equal marks. So here are 300 marks. So these 300 marks plus 75 marks interview, 375 marks will be the deciding marks for your selection. Previously the interview was for 50 marks, but this year they have changed the pattern and now the interview is of 75 marks. One thing to remember is that the descriptive paper for English and the descriptive paper for economics, there is a difference in the pattern of writing the paper. Like for descriptive English you have to type the paper, on the other hand for economics you have to write it. The question will appear to you on a screen and after seeing the question you have to write your answer on the paper and then it will be evaluated. So although both papers are of descriptive type, there is just a difference between the pattern of submitting your answer. It will be submitted online, whether on the other hand for economics it will be on paper and it will be submitted offline. These two will be conducted on 31st March. Now let's have a look into the pattern of paper 2. As we have discussed, paper 2 will be descriptive type for economics. In the paper, as per the past year, there will be 10 questions and out of these 10 questions you have to attempt 5 questions. So there is a wide choice given to you, and here you have to make the toughest and the wisest decision based on your capability. You have to choose in which of the 10 questions you can perform better. Each question will be carrying 20 marks. Out of these 10 questions, one question will be like you will be given usually 6 or 7 short notes, and out of that you have to attempt only 4. So choice is also given there. So you have to choose your question you are answering very wisely. Now let's have a look what subjects to cover for descriptive economics. You have to cover microeconomics, you have to cover macroeconomics, Indian economy, you have to cover international economics, you have to cover growth and development. Again, microeconomics is rarely asked. In the last year 2019 there was one question from it, and major portion is generally from macro Indian economic. They ask from international economics too, and one growth model usually is asked. As per the previous year pattern, this is the set pattern for DEPR, but again usually the pattern change. Like microeconomics was the least asked thing, but in 2019 they asked a question, 20 mark question was there. Here in the past year, no question from econometrics, no question from stats, no question from production has been asked. If you have enough time and if you have already prepared, just go through some important things from production and some important thing from econometrics. Like you can prepare for heterosidasticity if in case if they ask, and other thing you can prepare like autocorrelations, like this. So something like that you can prepare or you can revise, means don't spend so much time, but in case if the pattern changes you should be prepared about that. In production also they can ask about the CES, they can ask about the Cobb-Douglas production function. So basic production function means they can ask. Again, as per the past year patterns, they have never asked, so you do not have to give so much focus to it. So just spend a day in revising just these things. Now let's have a look into the types of questions. First of all, there are conceptual questions that can be based on different models, different theories. In micro there can be question from average variable cost. In macro there can be some conceptual question based on aggregate supply. So these are the sort of questions, conceptual questions, that are usually asked. Next type of questions are questions from general current affairs. So what you have to cover in general current affair? Anything that is in the news, current news. The economic survey is very important for phase 2. Usually one or two questions from economic surveys are asked. It is suggested to prepare at least 2 years, means for this year and previous year economic survey. Like for this year they can ask about, if they are going to ask about business cycle, they can ask about what phase of business cycle India is facing currently. You might be reading about V-shaped recovery phase. Okay, it is in the news and it is again from economic survey. This is something that can be asked. Next thing, that is, it is agriculture is the only sector that has positively contributed to GDP in 2021. Considering the COVID, the contribution of other sector actually declined, and agriculture is the only sector that contributed the most, and its contribution is increased in the GDP. And considering the situation of this pandemic, it is something that might seek the attention of the examiner, and they can ask this type of question. You have to go through the economic survey and you have to see what sort of questions might be framed from economic survey. It is very important to go through economic survey. The next thing that can be asked is major announcement by the government. Like for this year they can ask about the budget, the packages government is announcing, some tax related changes if government is doing. They can ask about some LIC IPO, that is basically in news. So these are the things you have to be prepared under the general current affairs. Next thing you have to look into is RBI's announcement related to monetary policy. So they can ask about your opinion about it. What, so there are some applicable questions, opinion based question can be there. Coming to next, what other things that are asked is the major economic activity or policy from the past. Okay, so they can ask or frame a question from it. They can ask about some economic crisis, they can ask about economic reforms, they can ask about the recommendations of the finance commission, like what are the recommendations of the 15th finance commission. Another thing from international economics, besides covering the concepts, you also have to look into various unions and the agreements, because they can ask about it too. Next thing is the general social issues related to different sectors of economy. The question can be framed from it too. Like there can be question from growth, development, inflation, banking sector related question might be there, manufacturing, agriculture, industrial, IT sector related question might be there, taxation and growth related question might be there. So these are the things you have to look into. The general social issues is quite important and you have to go through it too. Now let's have a look into the pattern for paper 3, that is for descriptive English. So there are 3 questions basically in this paper, and first question will be for essay writing. So it will be carrying 40 marks and you have to write 500 words in it. Essay can be related to any economic or policy issue. The next question, second question, will be a reading comprehension, that again will be carrying 40 marks, and it is divided into 3 parts. It will be having 3 parts. In the first part there is a precise writing that will be carrying 24 marks. In the next part you have to answer some questions related to paragraph. It will be carrying 10 marks. Next question will be checking your vocabulary. The third question is of report writing. You will be given a situation and you have to write a sample report related to it. So it will be checking your writing skills ultimately. So this was for the descriptive English. Now let's have a look into the questions from 2019 and questions from 2018. So let's have a look into the previous year questions for 2019 first. The first question was from micro, how the tax burden and the deadweight loss changes as per the changes in elasticity of demand and supply. So this is from micro. The Mundell Flemings, they are asking about it. It is from the open economy, international economy. Okay, so there is a question from international economics. Then there are short notes. Among 6 or 7 you have to attempt any 4. So let's have a look into the types of short notes. First one is you have to write a short note on inter and intra industry trade, then Ricardian equivalence, interest rate parity and exchange rate, then money multiplier, economic operations, greenfield and brownfield investment. So these are the 6 short notes, and out of these 6 you have to attempt any 4. So you can see basically there is a distribution between macro and international economics. Okay, the next question was from macro again, the nominal GDP versus interest regulations for monetary policy, steps taken to improve the effectiveness of the monetary policy. So this you can see, these are not a single liner question. There might be 2 or 3 questions attached, and you in that sense you can forget the marks between the questions and you can write accordingly. Like from here to here you have to write for 10 marks, and then for here to here you can write again for 10 marks. In that way you can choose your strategy. The next question was on the exchange rate interventions. Let's have a look into the 6th question. It is from the economic survey. It is asking about the steps to be taken to achieve 5 trillion economy by 2024-25. So this is straightforward from economic survey. The next question is again from economic survey. Use of behavioral economics in public policy in India. So you can see that here 2 questions means 40 marks. Out of 100, 40 marks actually is from economic survey. Let's have a look into the 8th question. 8th question is of short notes. You have to write short notes on any 4. GST and tax compliance, ease of doing business, bank merger, challenges to financial stability, data as a public good. Data as a public good was in the news the last year, and it is also from economic survey if you are attempting this. So 45 marks, you can easily be preparing for 45 marks if you are reading the economic survey very carefully. But again, the pattern is always unpredictable, but seeing this pattern you can divert your preparation in that direction. The question 9th was related to PSU as a foundation of Indian economy. Then what are the measures to improve its efficiency? The 10th question was agriculture related, the impact of agri infrastructure on reducing cost, improving productivity and access to market. So it is related to agriculture. Let's have a look into the previous year questions for 2018. The first question was, what is the impact of expansionary monetary and fiscal policy on output and price in case of perfect capital mobility and fixed exchange rate? So it is from macro. Question 2 is conceptual question. The part 1 is why the long run aggregate supply curve is vertical. Next part is using aggregate supply and aggregate demand, explain the impact of the following on price and output. What will be the impact of rise in government expenditure, rise in autonomous investment, rise in wage rate of employee. Next question was related to growth model. So Harris-Todaro growth model was asked. You have to explain a model. So considering the Harris-Todaro model, it discuss about the rural urban migration. So you can think about it. It is quite important if we see in context of our country. So in that sense they are asking, and you have to explain the model, and then you have to comment its implications in Indian context. So there can be some questions like they can ask about the Caldor, they can ask about the Solow, and they can ask you about its implication in our country's context. The next question was on writing the short notes. There are 4 short notes. First was covered interest rate parity, multi-dimensional poverty index, inflation targeting framework, new development banks, BRICS. Okay, so these are the short notes you have to write. This year they can ask about green GDP, seeing the diversion towards sustainability. They can ask about green GDP, they can ask about sustainable development index, they can ask about the PHDI, planetary pressure adjusted HDI. Next question was effect of tariff and non-tariff barriers on trades. What are the 3 types of non-tariff barriers? Sixth question is, what are the main challenges faced by agriculture sector? Now let's see. In 2018 also they are asking about agriculture. In 2019 also asked about agriculture. They asked about the importance of infrastructure in agriculture. So in 2 consecutive years they are asking about the agriculture, and this year, considering COVID and the contribution of agriculture in GDP, there is a high probability of asking a question related to agriculture. In 7th question you have to write the short notes on the following. You will be given options, like you are given 7 options, and out of these you have to attempt 4. The first option was you can write a short note on a small finance bank, ease of doing business, impact of a skill development program on employment generation, then impact of climate change on economy, the term of reference of 15th finance commission. Finance commission is something that is consecutively asked in 2018 and 19 again. The next option for note is impact of demonetization on money market rates, then payment banks. You have to write about the payment banks. So out of these 7 you have to write or attempt only 4. 8th question was related to human capital. 9th question was related to the impact of service led growth, and the 10th question was related to financial stability report. So these are few questions from 2018 and 2019. Seeing these questions, you can strategize your preparation in the respective line. How iExamB is going to help you in your preparation for phase 2? We are providing DEPR course. In that course we are providing you mock test. The mock test will be exactly in the line with the examination pattern. For English you will be typing, and for descriptive economics, seeing the question on the screen and you have to write the answer using the pen and paper. Then you have to convert the paper on the PDF. You have to upload it on the portal for feedback. So the experts will be evaluating your answers for each paper, for English and for descriptive economics. For both, your answers will be evaluated and you will be knowing how much better you are performing. The expert will be guiding you to secure better marks. So in that way iExamB can help you in preparation of your phase 2 exam, that is on 31st March 2021. Besides mock tests, there are videos, study notes. There are going to be live classes. In that you will be clearing your doubts with the expert. After phase 2, interview phase come. It secures 75 marks, and our experts will be mentoring you and helping you for preparing the interview. And the students who are preparing for next year, they can buy a course. We are providing you the whole guidance for phase 1, phase 2 and for interview, so you can prepare for the next year if you haven't applied this year. You will be guided by the expert faculties we have for economics and for descriptive English. Descriptive English is actually something in that you have to secure good marks too. If you are securing less marks in descriptive English, you won't be able to crack the exam, so you have to prepare for that too, and our expert faculty will be guiding you in that. If you are preparing for any other government exam, go check our website. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe and press the bell icon for further notification. All the best for your preparations.